The fire phoenix was caught in an iron net. It dropped a single burning tear, begging the man to set it free. The man planned to take it back to the king, but seeing the fire phoenix near death, he felt pity, so he untangled the heavy iron net. Freed fire phoenix rose like a reborn creature. It nodded at the man in thanks, then flapped its wings and shot straight into the sky. To repay the man for saving its life, it left behind a fiery feather, telling him to take it back as proof. But the king arrested Ivan for not completing his mission. To prove he had captured the fire phoenix, Ivan showed the fiery feather. But to his surprise, the feather was now dull and lifeless, no different from a chicken feather. The king thought Ivan was mocking him, so he ordered his head to be chopped off. Just as the executioner was about to strike, the fiery feather suddenly began to glow. Then, the sky turned red, for the fire phoenix had foreseen Ivan's danger and rushed to his aid from afar. It landed on the highest point of the town, its warm flames lighting up the entire town. At that moment, the townspeople finally believed Ivan was telling the truth. They began calling Ivan a hero. Seeing this, the king had no choice but to release Ivan, but secretly, he held a grudge. To get rid of Ivan once and for all, the king sent him to the top of the snow mountain to wake the sleeping princess. He was to bring her back with him. However, the journey was treacherous, and no one had ever climbed to the top of the snow mountain. The king was certain Ivan would meet a bad end. What he didn't know was that Ivan had a magical donkey who could do anything. They quickly reached the mountain's peak. In front of the frozen gate, the fiery feather began to burn again. Then it plunged into the ice gate. Next second, the thick ice melted away into water, sending the short-legged donkey sliding down the cliff. Got stuck as an ice egg at the edge of the cliff, while Ivan's legs were frozen in place. So he ditched his shoes and carefully walked into the cave, where he finally found the sleeping princess. With the fiery feather's help, the princess was awakened. But when she found out the king was an old man, she immediately rejected the marriage. Only a warrior or a prince would meet her standards. To make sure Ivan gave up, she jumped off the cliff without a second thought. Ivan immediately followed her, but the little donkey appeared just in time and saved them both. Soon after, Ivan successfully brought the princess back, but she refused to marry, saying he didn't have the ocean heart ring. When learned the ring was with a shark, the king called for Ivan. It was clear that the impossible task had fallen to Ivan again. The next day, Ivan rode the donkey across the vast ocean searching for the shark, but he was knocked down by a seagull and fell straight into the sea. As Ivan dove to the ocean floor, he was surprised to find a giant iron chain which seemed to be trapping something.